Pointers in the paddock, get my piece. I'm pushing P. Cop new hammers for my P. We don't want no peace. Got a spot across the spot. To the peas. Drop the data, now we planning. Inside the peas. She not a
I'm gonna do a little TikTok, Instagram-esque video. And while doing that, I decided that I wanted to show you all as well. So I'm gonna unbox this stuff. This sheet in the way. Okay. So first and foremost, I'm giving all of the bigger the head, the closer to God, Dolly Parton, ish. Like, I've never had this much hair in my head. Like, it's a lot, but I am loving it. Shout out to my girl Jazz. Yeah. Okay, so I am a VIB member, Sephora, if you know, you know. And I know we're going through hard times financially. If you've been following me, you know that I got laid off on September, I believe, 12th. Yeah, September 12th. That being said, I know it's hard out here and all of the things, but us girls still have to like invest in ourselves, and Sephora to a certain degree is an investment, right? So I just wanted to show y'all a couple of items that I typically get. I'm gonna unbox them, and then, you know, yeah, if you choose to buy them, buy them. Like I said, the sale is going on. So for starters, the green tea spinach vitamins. I am obsessed with this stuff. I have acne prone skin, and this has helped me tremendously. Such a beautiful, first of all, it's aesthetically pleasing as well, which I love. I love to have this in my bathroom. Love this. So that's first. Hand sanitizer is a must, especially if you're a traveler. If y'all see me looking up, it's because, like I said, I'm also recording for, or I didn't say, but I'm also recording for my YouTube. So follow me on YouTube if you don't already at I am Tatiana Randolph, okay? So this is the Touchland hand sanitizer. I used to get the watermelon one. Now I get the mango. This smells so good. It's so tropical and beautiful, the scent. And this is actually a bigger one. They have like the typical one, which is smaller. This one, ooh, it's fat. That's a fat mama. Yeah, she a big girl, big mama, big mama. So yeah, love her. Smells so yummy. Next is my everyday go-to lip gloss. Summer Fridays vanilla scent. I love this stuff. I'll open that for you. Marvel, come here. Come. My dog is all in the way. He just got groomed, so he's a little skinny boy. But yeah, Summer Fridays vanilla. It's my everyday go-to. I'm gonna have to put this back in the bag because he'll bite through it. He's done that before, and if you know, you know, this lip gloss is not cheap, okay? So my second one is a little juicy little baby. This is Laneige's Berry lip gloss. I love this. It's juicier. The Summer Fridays, like I said, it's an everyday type of vibe. This one is on the juicier side, and it's so yummy. Patrick Ta, I need a blush. And I've used this before, but I broke it the last time that I had it, so I'm like, I definitely had to re-up on this. And it's so beautiful. All of this stuff is like aesthetically pleasing too. See, that's how they get you, because it's real pretty, like, you know? So pretty. And I'm just tossing stuff. Look at her. Can y'all see? It's so much sunlight. It's just a pretty girl. So yeah, Patrick Ta. Blush. And then my NARS concealer. I get the color Caramel. So we got some Caramel NARS concealer. And that's all of the things. Put this like here so that you can see it better with the sunlight not all up in the way. She's a vibe. She's pretty. She's a pretty girl. See? Pretty. Yeah. So yeah, those are all of the things that I purchased. And yeah, my everyday go-tos. Nothing here is new. So like I said, I know that we're all going through hard times financially. As I mentioned, I was laid off. I'm gonna keep mentioning because a lot of folks is going through the same thing. Saying that to say, still treat yourself if you can. And if you don't buy all of the items, you know, buy one or two or something that you really need, okay? So yeah, that's it, y'all. We're headed to Ritual Hot Yoga in River North. Shout out to Kobe and my cousin Jayana. I've been influenced by them. So Helen and I are about to go to a class. Look at got my yoga socks on. I feel real legitimate. All right, so yeah, we headed out. All right. These are the shoes. I call them my fat Adidas. I have wide feet, but these make them like even more wide. So I highly don't recommend. That's Helen. All right, y'all. I'm with the beauty queen herself. We headed to hot yoga. You excited, Helen?
Oh, I'm scared.
Me too.
Scared.
We're both really scared, so we'll report back after.
Lesbian for peace, she turned lesbian. Push a P.
We just finished hot yoga at Ritual in River North, and it was such an amazing experience. Me and Helen both enjoyed ourselves. She locked in right now. We trying to find somewhere to go eat or
We hungry.
drink. we hungry, we thirsty. We all of the things, but more than anything, we are relaxed and rejuvenated, and we just feel good, man. What would you rate the class?
I give it a 9.
She gives it a 9. I give it a 11 out of 10. I feel relaxed. I feel like sexy and all of the things. I'll talk more about it later, but yeah, I just wanted to get on here real quick and do a quick little 1-2 with the bestie. And yeah, I want y'all to see Marvel. His little hair is growing back. He had him a little haircut, and now he looking like my baby. He looking like my baby boy. Okay, so last time I spoke to y'all, ooh shoot, why? First of all, why am I yelling? This is just, at this point, it's my default setting. I grew up with a very vocal mother, so I'm like that too. Anyway, the point that I'm trying to make is that I'm super excited. Last time I saw y'all, we went to hot yoga with Helen. That was such an amazing experience. We went to the Ritual location in River North, and it was dope. It was giving sexy. It was giving health and wellness. It was giving we will be back. So speaking of that, we got our friend Mega. Her birthday is coming up on the, well, Lord have mercy, I'm mush mouth. Her birthday's coming up, and Wednesday she's having a party at Revolver. She rented it out and whatnot, open bar, all of that. So super excited to celebrate you, Mega. This is the card that I got her. Helen and I got her a 10-day membership situation at the hot yoga place, so she gets to take like 10 consecutive classes. We plan on joining her for a couple of those, so I'm excited about that. And we're gonna put the certificate in this beautiful martini glass situation. I wish you all could see the color. Like, it's not showing the color that well. It's a minty green, really nice. And then I'll show it more the day of, right? So we're gonna put it in here. I always buy my cards from Amazon. One thing about Bezos is, you know, they get the cards right over there. So if you're into like a more creative, fancy card situation versus going to like Walgreens or someplace like that and getting the basic ones, definitely Amazon is your girl. All right, but we're not here to talk about Amazon and to talk about hot yoga. We are here to talk about this beauty right here. James Baldwin, Go Tell It on the Mountain. I'm super excited. Your girl has officially joined a book club. I'm very happy about that. But the funny thing is, I have not read the book, and book club is starting in about an hour and a half. It's like 7:15-ish right now. Book club starts at 8:30. So I have to read 28 pages of this book by 8:30. And I'm excited. I'm excited to have like more things to talk about. I love depth. I feel like in 2026, as content creators, artists, just creators in general, it's like, it's time for all of us to get back into our like bag and be deep and, you know, actually educate as well as entertain. And I'm excited to do that. I know that the book club and just having more things to talk about and discussions and connecting with brilliant minds is going to be extremely helpful. And then I'll be able to share that knowledge with you all. So I'm definitely going to take y'all along the journey as we book club it, okay? So I'm happy about that. Right now I'm cooking dinner for Larry and I. We're going to do healthy yam, which is a sweet potato, but I do it like baked and less sugar, butter, and all of the things, because we're gonna be having all of that stuff for Thanksgiving and whatnot, right? Which was in a couple of days. So we're gonna go more healthier with the yam, and then we're doing stuffed salmon. So if you know me, you know that's a typical meal that I make. I love stuffed salmon and yams. So yeah, excited about it. Larry loves it too. Right, boo? He said, hell yeah. So that's that. And go tell it on the mountain. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to read this book. James Baldwin is everything. So yeah, can't wait, like I said, to connect with these brilliant minds and to share this journey with you. So we about to have a time. We're gonna make book club a time. It's interesting because I was telling Larry, why you laugh? Y'all, why you be laughing at me? I gotta put my glasses on because we book clubbing it. So that's the aesthetic. Smart girls. But anyway, I was telling Larry, and I think I was talking to Larry about this, somebody, whatever. But I feel like finesse a little bit, because back in the day, like right now I'm feeling like a housewife vibes. I'm doing book clubs and cooking for my man, for my fiance, and I'm all laid off and whatnot, right? And so back in the day, I remember it was like the feminist movement of like, oh, women, we want to work and we deserve to have jobs like men and all of this type of stuff. And now I'm like, no, actually, I would prefer to be a housewife and in my spare time, create and go to book clubs and work out and live my best life. And I kind of feel finesse, almost like college and loans. It seemed like one of the big finesses, especially for millennials. If you agree, let me know, comment down below. So stuffed salmon, and look at that juices. We're watching Funky Dineva and preparing for book club.
The truth beneath your lies. True love never has to hide. Love never has to hide. Trade your broken wings for mine. Trade your broken wings for mine.
So I was reading like the quotes that other writers and different people wrote about Baldwin. And so this comes directly from Langston Hughes. I thought this was extremely beautiful. He is thought-provoking, tantalizing, irritating, abusing, and amusing. He uses words as the sea uses waves to float and beat, advance and retreat, rise and take a bow and disappearing. The thought becomes poetry, and the poetry illuminates the thought. Ooh, that's deep. See, this is why they be saying we need to read. Like, what? That's extremely polarizing, and I love polarizing stuff. I feel like it's given he's extremely well-rounded, and I just love that that quote came from the Langston Hughes. Like, what? That's amazing. This is one of the few writers of our time. All right, go tell it to the mountain.
I've seen your scars and kissed your crying. Your scars and kissed your crying. Many people that I know, they just trying to touch you. Kiss up and rub up and fill up. Kiss up and rub up and fill up on you. Give you some time to prove that I can trust you. Again, I'm gonna kiss up and rub up and fill up. Kiss up and rub up and fill up on you all night.
So I got y'all up on my humidifier because I don't know what's going on with my tripod, but we have joined the book club. In fact, I'm talking on top of Asia. Sorry, Asia. If you watch my Sedona vlog, that's one of my closest friends. We've known each other since we were 14 years old in high school, and me and Larry attended her and her wife's wedding in Sedona, so watch that vlog if you haven't. But yeah, we started book club. We were actually the first people on, so I'm super happy about that.
came up.
Drinking an Olipop.
It's also
it wasn't my
related
best
to my thesis
stuffed
project.
salmon. I
Some
must
of you all
say.
know I'll
So
be
y'all seen the
graduating
stuffed
in
salmon
June,
that I
so
did. It was decent.
I'm
Honestly,
really
it was pretty
excited to
mid
just kind of be
in
able to
comparison to how it
use
typically tastes.
that
I don't know
journey
why.
with my
Maybe I
community and, like,
may have
share
needed to
in
season it some more.
that process with
But
people
yeah,
I care
we're in book
about and
club.
love, and hopefully this community can grow and we can learn with other people we may not have met before. But as far as this group right now, everyone in here has a special place in my heart, so I'm literature. Okay, so just to open up the room and get us comfortable, we can go around and introduce ourselves, and you can do that however you like. You can, and give your first name, zodiac, pronouns, like whatever feels good for you, and just answer this question of what brought you into this room today? Like, why are you in this room? And yeah. So whoever wants to start, I think it would be kind of cool if we do a popcorn style. So whoever starts first can kind of just like popcorn into the next person, just call someone's name, and like, yeah, we'll just kick it like that.
I'm cool with starting first.
Okay.
Okay, hi everybody. My name is Tati. I am an Aries. What brought me here was Asia. I was invited by Asia. I'm excited to be here because I've been looking for something deep to get into, if you will. I've been consumed by social media and just different things that I'm like, don't necessarily bring out like the depth that I know that I have within me. Asia mentioned earlier she feels like her nerdy self from high school or whatever, and that's something that we have in common. So just saying that to say I'm excited to connect with a bunch of deep folks and talk about deep things and celebrate Blackness. I'm gonna pass it to Safina.
Safina or Vi. I'm here with Savory and Secco. So we're tuning in. Like, yeah, I'm Vi, Gemini, and what brought you into this room? What brought me into this room was inspiration. Asia providing inspiration with like adding more like depth to like our friendships and more intent with like.
One thing about Asia, she's super deep, always has been ever since we were younger. So
like,
I don't expect anything less, and I just love it. I got gospel playing in the background. I'm gonna turn that off. I decided to invest in a bigger mirror situation. In my entryway, right, of my apartment, I typically have this like cream, beautiful mirror that I got when we first moved here. I was like, you know what? I'm feeling like I want to give off more fits, more vibes, more like fashion style content. And it's a little difficult to do that when your mirror is not that wide. Like, I wanted it to be wide enough to where you can only see me in the fit versus the outline of the mirror. It's a rectangular mirror. Why am I saying rectangular? Mirror, 81 by 41. Okay, so it's 81 by 41. The one that I had initially, the cream one, was 70 something something something, whatever. So enough talking, right, Tati? Let's do the grand reveal. This is her. And you can't even, when I say she's gigantic, she is huge. Look at me in comparison. And it's still way, way up here, right? Because I got y'all, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna zoom y'all up. Zoom, what am I talking about? Zoom, move y'all up. Look, and she still goes forever and ever. Look, oh my gosh. So yes, that is our new rectangular mirror. We're gonna get these fits off, show off that fashion, show off that body. And yeah, I'm excited about it. I'm super excited about it, especially for showing my outfits and stuff on IG, short form content, and then even opening up the vlog sometimes in this area is gonna make it easier for me to have options versus opening up in the same spaces all of the time, and like just get more, even makeup, like whatever, you know, it's gonna be easy to like, oh girl, let me check out what's going on with you. So yeah, I wanted to share that with y'all. Tonight we're going to Mega's event. So yeah, we are back in the light. And we're going to Mega's event tonight for her birthday. Happy birthday, Mega. I adore you. I love how our friendship has evolved over the years that I've known you. And I'm excited for you. I'm excited for what life has to offer you. I want to show, well, I'll show the card later on today when we're headed out, because last time I showed y'all weren't able to really get into like the colors and whatnot. It didn't show them that well because I was filming at night. The camera didn't pick up on the color that well because I was filming at, slow down, Tati. The camera didn't pick up that well because I was filming at night. Saying that to say, we're gonna be celebrating Mega today. We're gonna get our first fit pick video situation. I'm really, really, really excited about it. If you have any questions, ask me down in the comments and I'll answer. But yeah, it's a rectangular mirror with a black border, 81 by 41. So, you know, one thing about content creating is I'm starting to think like, do I have a speech impediment? Do I stutter? Because that be happening. I have a quote to share with you all from book club. Book club was everything plus some. And we were going over the pages that we read. We were supposed to read up to page 28. I ended up reading up to page 8. Y'all know I didn't get the book until day of, so that was a whole thing. But someone in the group, and it's damn near like 20 of us. I'm so happy for Asia, and she put together something that's extremely beautiful. We are all like in community together now, and everyone was saying how they've been waiting for something like this, to be a part of a book club, to engulf themselves in like depth and all of the things. So saying that to say, I wanted to share a quote that someone said during their summary of the book and what they had gotten from the 28 pages that they read. She said, it's not our job to affirm the things that are meant to make us feel small. And just to give some context, the book, well, at least the first 28 pages, covers the main character, John, and how he goes to church often with his parents. And on the way to, so it's his parents and his siblings. And on the way to church, he's also, there's like this dualistic nature, duality, good and bad, you know, in his neighborhood, where on his way to church, he's also walking past dealers and, you know, women of the night, if you will. And he's a very observant young man. And we talked about church, and we talked about like our upbringings and how the church impacted us in a way in which we like look at ourselves. And that's why, how we judge the world also. And that's why this quote was so impactful to me. It's not our job to affirm the things that are meant to make us feel small. Saying that to say, so with going to church, like I grew up Christian. And a large part of Christianity, at least from my experience, and I don't want to like make a blanket statement for everyone, but for me, in my experience, it was very judgmental. I remember I grew up in a hair salon. And I remember being younger and just being a girl, like, you know, having fun. I had male friends in the neighborhood, and my uncle was kind of like, oh, she being fast. And so then like my auntie and them told my mom like, oh, Tati and them, the girls, they being fast, like being fast. Mind you, all we were doing was laughing and giggling with our male friends from the neighborhood. It was not being fast. I didn't lose my virginity until I was 23 years old. TMI, I don't care. That's just to like give context and paint a picture of how like sometimes in our community, we a little bit too harsh on adolescents, kids. And a lot of that has to do with the umbrella of church. Like I said, I don't want to put this on everybody, on all Christians or whatever, but come on now. We know that judgment, being judged, following a whole bunch of rules seems to be a large part of Christianity. So I personally champion anyone who tries to go against that. I do love my pastor, Pastor Hannah and Pastor Jamone, and I know sometimes they get flack for having such a huge church, but what I love about it is that he welcomes everybody. And I think that judgment part for me is something that I don't like. I've also realized that it made me more judgmental towards people. And naturally speaking now, look, at 34 years old, I'm like, my natural self is not that judgmental toward people. Like, I definitely believe in duality, dualistic nature. And I'm learning that, or honoring that more now at this big age than I ever have before, because at first I did take on those like church principles, if you will, and rules and all the things. Now, I'm spiritual. I believe in God and higher power. I believe, you know, in all of the things, and I'm still trying to figure out my own journey. So I'm very happy to be reading this book. And look, I'm taking my time, slow talking, because I want to make sure I'm getting my thoughts out properly. That's one thing that I do love about Mark Lamont Hill. I feel like he's just a genius. That goes without saying. And I love that he joined the Joe Budden podcast. But the thing that stands out to me about him is his ability to take his time when speaking, making sure he chooses the right words. And I feel like that's a large part of being like a genius, making sure that you choose your words wisely, that, you know, you're very much aware of what you're trying to say, and making sure that you're communicating that message properly. So saying all that to say, I am very happy to be in this book club. I know I mentioned that before, but no, like, I'm very happy, very, very happy. It's very much giving adult, 34 years old, grown woman. And I love that for me, and I love that for y'all, because I'm going to be sharing what I learned with you all. So that's that. We're going to go to Mega's event tonight. Super happy about that. And it's open bar, baby. So we're going to definitely get into that. Yes, so you guys get the exclusive, well, no, not the exclusive, because I actually recorded it for Instagram first. But anyway, this is my look for Mega's birthday. I got on my Peter Pan flats from Zara. This gorgeous jacket from Meshki. If you know me, you know I am a Meshki girl, down to the bone. And yeah, we're headed out for Mega. Y'all see Marvel, he can tell that I'm leaving, so he's trying to like stand by the door and make sure, you know, that what his intuition is telling him is not what it is, you know. Yeah, so yeah, we're about to head out. I'm excited. I feel comfortable in my outfit, which is extremely important, and that's why I'm happy about my flats. Like, I wanted to feel comfy, you know, over it. Comfort over anything, but still feeling beautiful and fashionable, and you know. So this is the card that we have for Mega, with this like lime green situation, and the dirty martini glass is giving Sex in the City vibes, right? Like I said, I got this from Amazon. I get all of my cards from Amazon because they just have very unique cards. So yeah, I ended up buttoning up the jacket. I feel like I like this look even better, and we about to head out.
On capital P, I write the president, count presidents. Push P's on her knees, mopping down P. She let me squeeze if she leave, cause she keep it P. Private suite, privacy, bitch, I'm pushing P. Purple paint, pussy pink, bitch, I'm pushing P. Push P, I'm pushing P. Push P, I'm pushing P.
Hello, beautiful.
Push P, I'm pushing P. Push P, I'm pushing P. Papa P, the paranoid.
Mega looks stunning. The birthday girl looks amazing. We're gonna have a good time. I'm with Art and Helen, and then we're gonna go with Leary to his uncle's event.
Sleep with pockets deep. Got rest on me. Why they watching me? I'm pushing P. I'm pushing P. Pushing P. I'm pushing P. Yeah.
Oh my God. Y'all, we not finna play with Helen. First of all, she's a goddess. What's wrong with her talking about bald? And we ain't finna play with Shorty. Should it be the people with the most hair talking about they bald? What is she on? What is she on with us? Tell her to stop playing. It's my middle part.
I'm so
Push P.
I just want a cup of water. Push your P, red bandana card. I'ma P you out your whole endorsement. She ain't been here for me, she simply pushed me. I never saw up and we finally touched. She ready to get in the streets with me, no question. To reach the text, I let my shoulder forward. Take the P of the alphabets, nigga, try to sort it.
I be trying to figure out how to hold this camera properly, cause my hands be looking all kind of like crazy when I hold it sometimes. But anyway, we are about to head to Whole Foods to get some stuff. It's Sunday. And I just wanted to share a message that my pastor shared. Pretty much, we go to New Life Covenant with Pastor Hannah and Pastor Jamal Glenn. I adore both of them. And basically, today's message was about your cup overflowing with blessings and whatnot. And when you hold back on like blessing other people, and when you get like frustrated and overwhelmed by like other people who are feeling used or misused or whatever, and you keep that water in your cup, the water becomes stale. So in order for God to like bless you and to continue to let your blessings overflow and to continue to provide you with like all of the things that your heart desires, you have to like share. You have to pour into other people. And it was a really beautiful message because we do get overwhelmed, especially if you're like a giver, or a lot of people claim to be empaths and things like that, and you're dealing with different personalities and energies and whatnot. You could become overwhelmed. So I thought, like, let me share this message because it was extremely beautiful and a great way to start the week. So yeah, we're headed to Whole Foods to get some things. I'm a little bit tired. Well, not really. It's just because I stopped taking multivitamins, and okay, that's a whole another story for a whole another day. So yeah, I feel super refreshed. I just took a shower. We've been back for a little minute, but I decided to hold off on taking my groceries out because I wanted to show you all the groceries that we got. So we got some eggs. We're doing basically what we used to do is go to Trader Joe's and then Whole Foods. We'll do them all like together. Now I've decided to, or we've decided together, you know, let me be a team player. We've decided together to do like once a week, grocery shop once a week, as opposed to trying to shop for 2 weeks. Because sometimes you end up like wasting food, or just how like we just came back from doing all of this traveling and some of our food was wasted. So now we're like, okay, let's go grocery shopping once a week just to be like more financially smart, as well as like not wasting groceries, which is still, you know, being smarter financially. So I have some extra large brown eggs from Whole Foods, the 365 brand. Organic eggs. I don't know what the heck is wrong with this. So yeah, we got some eggs. Okay. The last time that I went to Whole Foods, I tried this and I only got one. It's a vegan blueberry scone. Mind you, I'm not a vegan. I eat dairy products on occasion, but I prefer to eat things that are dairy free. I had an experience when I was younger, I'll never forget. I was at home, opened up the refrigerator, it was the middle of the night, and I went and grabbed some milk. Drank that milk. The milk was spoiled. And ever since then, the like smell of it, the taste of it is just like, ooh, I can't even. Cheddar cheese, like Larry eats American. Is it American or cheddar? I believe he eats American cheese, yes. So when I'm making his sandwiches and stuff like that, like it's hard for me to even touch the cheese. Saying that to say that's why I prefer vegan products. And these vegan blueberry scones from Whole Foods are good. They're really good, actually. Sometimes vegan products can be dry, and I like them because they're still moist. I got some rose water face wash or toner. What the? Rose, it's just rose water. This lavender aromatherapy mist spray. This is for our bedroom, so I like to spray some lavender before we go to sleep. And then this evergreen eucalyptus spray. It smells so good. And it's non-toxic, so it's a non-toxic room spray, which is extremely important. I am a ginger chew girl. I eat them kind of like, it's like my candy situation. And then, you know, it's perfect for the season because it's cold. And oh, I did not tell y'all. So we were sick. We came back from Vegas and we were sick with the flu for like it was a long time. We were sick for a long time. So saying that to say, as much ginger and whatnot that I can drink, I'm a drink, okay? So got that. Chicken maple sausages, these are really good for breakfast. English cucumber, I love an English cucumber. It's so crunchy, and I like eating them in my salads. I've been making this salad with like avocado, English cucumber, chicken breast, arugula, spinach, and then this vegan Caesar dressing. Chef's kiss. These protein bars. I'm trying to get into protein bars. I like banana flavor stuff, so this is a banana bread protein bar. It's really good, and it's not sweet at all, which is important to me at this point of time in my life. Trying to eat a little healthier. We got some ginger shots so 2 for me, 2 for Larry. These come in handy, I'm telling you. Take your ginger shots. Strawberries for our parfaits. 2 avocados and tomato. So that's that. Garlic bread. I'm excited about this because we have chicken noodle soup, so I'm gonna use it for us to eat with our chicken noodle soup, and then we'll eat the rest with our lasagna. Speaking of lasagna, we love this meat lasagna from Whole Foods. I don't even eat pork, and it has pork meat in it as well, and I don't care. It's just that good. The meat sauce, yeah, I believe the meat sauce has some pork in it. It's so good. So we got that. A lemon parmesan organic salad. Now, if you follow me on Instagram and stuff, you see I be eating the pizza, I be eating the barbecue, I be eating the fried chicken, I be eating all of the stuff. So it's not like I'm eating healthy all of the time, but I do believe in balance. And then I'm getting older, and I just want to be more conscious about the things that, you know, we're eating. Like now we start off our mornings with drinking green juice. So I have this organic green devotion green juice for Larry and I, so we each drink a glass in the morning. That's how we start off our mornings with green juice in our system. This Caesar salad, I love this. If you know, you know, it's really good. And then this, oh my God, so our Whole Foods has this oven roasted chicken breast. This, so good. I eat it with a lot of different things. And then I love this coconut probiotic coconut yogurt. This is the wild passion fruit flavor. I used to get the strawberry one, but this right here, one time Larry picked it up for me because they didn't have a strawberry one. He was like, I think you should try it. Oh, it was good. So I'm obsessed with that. And yeah, that's the groceries. I also went, hold on y'all, Marvel is acting half crazy or whole crazy. He just want to be nosy. He's so nosy, and he loves food. But basically, I was gonna say, I don't know, what was I gonna say? But yeah, that's that. We already talked about book club and everything. Me, Megan, Helen actually have another hot yoga session scheduled. And then I finished Stranger Things. The Duffer Brothers, I have not felt this inspired creatively since Sinners. Ryan Coogler did his big one, and the Duffer Brothers did their big one. Okay, I don't want to give any like well, you know what, no, spoiler alert. So if you haven't seen it, or if you don't like spoilers, don't keep going. But basically, so good. The rise of Will needs to be studied. Like, he went from this tortured soul, especially since season 1, since Vecna initially captured him and whatnot. It's like every season Will been real sad, real depressed, obviously battling, you know, his sexuality, and got a lot going on, and he has been somewhat of a tortured soul, right? So just seeing his rise as the Phoenix in this new season, Marvel, get out of there, has been amazing. I'm gonna do a video on it on my channel. If you see in my bio, I have vlogging and analyzing. That's what I do. I vlog my lifestyle, but I also analyze the culture, that being like cinema and politics, you name it. Like, I'm into that, right? So I'm gonna do a video on the rise of Will, the Phoenix of Will, and just what he represents. I think that a lot of us are nerds deep down, which is why a lot of people love Stranger Things. And we see ourselves in the characters. And what I love about Will is that he's such a vulnerable character, but now we've seen him own his power, own his light and his dark, and I just think that is beautiful. It's so poetic, and I can't wait to put out a video, a more in-depth video about it. I'm like, I don't want to talk about it so much on the vlogs because I want to put it in an analytical video for my analytical folks so we could deep dive into this thing. But yeah, that was on my heart. I'm super impressed and inspired. Shout out to the Duffer Brothers for doing a big one. Art is such a beautiful aspect of life, and I ain't gonna hold you, I feel very blessed to have been put in a position as an artist. I feel blessed that God made me an artist. I really do. It's complicated because a lot of times it's hard for us to like kind of establish ourselves or figure out, you know, how we're gonna make money and make ends meet and do all of the things that we want to do, live well and still create and express ourselves, which is like the most important thing about artistry, is expressing yourself, getting a message out there and creating, like, you know, make whatever is in your imagination, making that thing real, a reality. And I'm very much so happy that we're at a time where obviously people are hurting, people are in need of things. There's a lot going on politically and just all around the world. I know even people are mad with social media and just how shallow and fake it seems to a lot of people. So I think a lot of artists are doing the right thing by tapping into the depth of things, which is what I'm like, people are looking for. I talked about that about when I was talking to you all about the book club. Like, we're looking for depth. We're looking for something more that we can hold on to, that can inspire us, versus just shallow shit. You know what I mean? Or everybody doing the same thing and moving and talking and walking and all of the same things, right? So, man, that, like, the Duffer Brothers, like, shout out to y'all for doing y'all big one. And yeah, more than likely I'll be wrapping up this vlog. This honestly might be the end of this vlog. So yeah, thank y'all for tuning in. I'll be back with another one, and thank y'all so much for tuning into my channel. I appreciate the love and support. Like, comment, and subscribe so that you can watch the journey and vibe out with me. I appreciate my community of supporters. Thank y'all so much. We're gonna ride out and vibe out, okay? Get on your health and wellness. Also, I wanted to say, watch Kevin Hart's special. This is his best one in a long time. Like, I know the last two or whatever weren't that good. This special was amazing, and I feel like, once again, tapping into artistry and depth, and I feel like this time he's being unapologetic. In the past, it almost seemed like he was trying to be very politically correct, whereas now I'm like, he's back being open and honest and vulnerable, and that's what we need from our comics and just everybody. Like, we're all, I think a lot of people are in need of rawness versus a whole bunch of like aesthetics and pretty you get what I'm saying? So yeah, thank y'all so much for tuning in. Once again, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. A lot of people watch channels and whatnot without realizing that they haven't subscribed to the channel, so make sure you subscribe. Talk to me in the comments. I'll talk back. Let's vibe out. Thank you so much for rocking with me. Happy holidays, and yeah. Marvel, come here. You want to say hi to the vlog? You want to say bye? You want to say bye? You want to say bye to y'all? You want to say bye? You want to say bye, boo boo? Say bye. Say bye, boo boo. Say bye, y'all. Say, I'm not by the food, because I know how black folk, y'all don't play about them dogs by the food. We don't do that. Say, I'm not by the food, okay? All right, y'all.
My darling, I love you, I love you, I love you.